Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are back with another banger. How's everybody doing today, man? So yeah, man, I hope everybody's having a great day. Yeah, man. So it's recently announced that it's been going down for a little while now. And it's been recently announced that, Errol Spence versus you guys will be going down, you guys. So wow, man, it's a lot to think about. It's a lot to talk about, you guys. This fight is actually going down. A lot of people have been actually calling out for this fight. A lot of people have been wanting to see this fight. But it's finally here. It's going down. It's got a date and a location. And I think it's good for boxing, you guys. I really do. I think a lot of boxing fans will I think they'll like it. You got to understand, you guys is a um very good fighter. Period. I feel like he doesn't do anything great, but he does everything good. If that makes sense. His defense isn't the best, but he does it pretty good. His offense isn't the best, but he does it good. Like, he's a good fundamental boxer. So Earl Spence is gonna have to be on his game plan. And we've seen you guys with that he has a little pop as well. So can you guys my question is, can you guys um stop Earl Spence from coming forward? And doing what he wants with them. Can you guys dictate the fight? He is a champion, you guys. He did beat the great future Hall of Famer, 4, 5, 6 division world champion, huh? One of them, Manny Pacquiao. A lot of people say that it was a controversial, um, him him getting that decision over Manny Pacquiao, but I think he won that fight. I think Pacquiao definitely showed that he was getting a little older. I think the layoff definitely hurt Manny Pacquiao. I feel like Manny Pacquiao would have had a fight in between that little layoff that he had. I think that would have helped him out tremendously. And another thing too, you guys got to understand, there's a lot of people out here that want to see, you know, Earl Spence lose for whatever reason. Um, and my personal opinion is, I think Earl Spence could possibly stay undefeated in the welterweight division if he doesn't fight, Terrence Bud Crawford. That's a fight that a lot of fans want to see. Um, is this one step closer to seeing the to Terrence Bud Crawford fight? A lot of people say that, Terrence Bud Crawford, a lot of people say, well, hey Corey, you know, who is Terrence Crawford fought? And I'm gonna be honest, man, stylistically and you know, both of these guys is, records and stuff like that. I think you gotta give the nod to Earl Spence for the toughest competition, on their resume. Earl Spence definitely tells a lot of people. Well, he shows a lot of people. Earl Spence only had 27 fights. And he's already, some would consider him being the best in the world. At the welterweight division. He's a southpaw. He's 5'9", 72-inch reach. He just coming off a win. Well, not just, but in December 5th of 2020. Okay, so December 5th of 2020. Okay, he fought Danny Garcia to a unanimous decision win. That was for the IBF titles, and that was for the WBC welterweight title. Danny Swift Garcia was coming into that fight on a pretty good winning streak. He was doing well. We all know that Keith Thurman gave Danny Garcia his first loss. Danny Garcia lost to Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, and Earl Spence. But a lot of people would say that the Sean Porter and Keith Thurman fights were very, very close. But like I said, to each his own. I feel like both fighters can get the job done. Shit, Danny Garcia's had 36 fights. That's a lot of freaking fights, man. And he's been in some wars. So, we don't know how fresh a Danny Garcia was going into that, Keith Thurman. I mean, excuse me. Any of those fights, the Keith Thurman, the Sean Porter, and Errol Spence fight. He's had big fights way before that. Shout out to Chin Smoke in the building. Smash that like button, my brother. How's everything going, man? Good morning, man. We're talking this Errol Spence versus Ugas fight. It is finally going down, you guys. A lot of people have been clamoring for this fight. We can finally put a date on it and a venue. You guys, if you guys didn't know, you guys is one of the better fighters in the welterweight division, and yeah, man, I just think that you guys has a lot of tools that he can implement in his game plan to to possibly defeat and upset Errol Spence Jr. This is an open fight though, man. I feel like, I truly feel like, you guys will fight to the end, man. I feel like he's got a good heart. I feel like he'll definitely show the people why he's in here and why he deserves to be at this spot, you know. Um the fight is definitely going down, you guys, in the AT&T at the AT&T Stadium in Texas, you guys. So it's going to be going down. It's looking like it's going to be going down in Texas, you guys. I don't know if some of you guys are going to be able to make it to that fight, but yeah, you got, excuse me, Chin Smoke in the chat says this is a good matchup. You guys is not an easy fight for any welterweight. So yeah, Mike Carpenter says Earl Spence and you guys will unify the welterweight titles on April 16th at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Spence announced on social media that the bout will be Spence's third at home of the Dallas Cowboys, which is near his hometown in DeSoto. He defeated Mikey Garcia and Danny Garcia. No relation. They put no relation in parentheses. At the venue in 2019 and 2020, respectfully. The deal was finalized in December, as ESPN reported, but the fight wasn't announced until 2 months later, as Premier Boxing, excuse me, as Premier Boxing, as Premier Boxing Champions officials sought to lock in a date and venue. Yeah, I had somebody text. What the hell? But yeah, so Spence, man, hey, it's looking like they got the fight locked in. If you guys didn't know, um, the 35-year-old Cuban and Spence have one common opponent, Sean Porter. Spence defeated Sean Porter in a brutal September 2019 fight via split decision. 6 months earlier, you guys dropped a controversial split decision to Porter. Yep. Spence 27-0, 21 knockouts, is rated number 2 at 147. You guys is one spot behind Chance Crawford, who holds the other welterweight title, is number 1. That's what we getting. He said the fight between the winner of you guys versus Spence and Crawford would crown an undisputed welterweight champion, but there remains a roadblock. Amentis Stanionis stepped aside from his mandatory title shot against you guys to allow him to fight Spence. Stanionis will fight Buatev on the undercard. Sources told ESPN both are rated in ESPN's top 10 welterweight. Wow. Okay, so pretty much Errol Spence's mandatory will be fighting on the no, is it you no, excuse me, you guys, I think it's you guys is you guys is number one contender and deserves his title shots. Stanionis, UGC, what's going on? Good morning, UGC. How's everything going this morning, my brother? I hope everything's going good. Um, Got these good vibes going this morning, man. Yeah, man. So we're on it. You guys right now, I feel like is stylistically he's a good fighter. But I feel like you gotta be great to beat Earl Spence. I feel like there's been other fighters in the past that hit and rocked Earl Spence. He is definitely not untouchable, which some fans would say, and the way they talk about Earl Spence is that he's untouchable. He can't get touched. We've seen him hurt before, so he can't get hurt. Um, and we've seen you guys lately. You guys, he's been doing his thing, man. He's been winning. He's been winning. Obviously, he lost a split decision to Sean Porter. A lot of people said that he beat Sean Porter. You know what I mean? A lot of people, if you guys want to get technical with this shit, a lot of people say that Sean Porter lost that you guys fight. But see, there was money behind that. And you guys already had some losses. So my personal opinion is I truly feel like, it was a business decision. It was a split decision win for Sean Porter. And then he went ahead, I believe, and fought Earl Spence not too long after that. Or he had a big fight after that. And I feel like it was you know, you guys has already had what, 3 losses going into that fight. So, what the fuck is one more? Which is fucked up, but that's the way boxing is, man. It's a business, and it's like, what's the next fight that we can generate the most revenue? I guess they feel like if Sean Porter won, that would have been a better name for Earl Spence. But I just think it was a very, very close fight. It could have went either way. The you guys versus Sean Porter fight could have went either way. Both fighters were definitely on it. He says, all good. Just share the video playback. Damn, man. Thanks so much, bro. I appreciate that shit, man. For real, man. I really do, man. Appreciate you sharing that shit every time, bro. Um, but yeah, man, I just truly feel right now, you guys, that Earl Spence, we don't know how good Earl Spence is gonna be, too. He's had a car accident. Knock on wood, God forbid. But I hope everything's straight with him now. But we've seen him fighting everything, so he looked okay. No, he looked pretty good. I would say. I think he looked pretty good, but you know, it just Then he had eye surgery. You guys got to understand these fighters go through a lot, man. It's not just. It's not just. It's not just. These guys just train in their training camp and everything's all good. This guy, Earl Spence, has been through 2 serious, you know, boxing career ending type of, situations, with his eye and with his with the lamb with the flipping the car and shit, you know. Um, it was messed up, but hey man, I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's good now. Um, my personal opinion, though, you guys, is I really truly think that Earl Spence, a lot of people are not making a lot of note of it, man. But I don't know if we got the same Earl Spence. Maybe we do. We'll see. I feel like we'll see, but we'll see. UGC says I had you guys beating Porter and favor him to beat Spence. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people that I talk to around the boxing circles and that know boxing, they pick you guys. They picked you guys in that shot. After watching that Sean Porter versus you guys fight, they picked you guys beating Sean Porter. And some guys told me that they initially picked Porter to win. But after watching the fight, they said no, you guys won. You know? I mean, this guy, you guys, has been dedicated and he's been on a tear lately. And he's been showing his wife off to damn near everybody, dude. Respectfully. You know, I feel like his wife's a world champion too. It's like it's both of their belts. But Hey, man, it's all good, man. But yeah, man, I just feel like, both fighters are, they're in their 30s. They're in their 30s. And yeah, I just really I really, really truly feel that that Errol Spence can get the job done versus you guys. Chin Smoke in the chat, smash that like button as soon as you guys come in. You guys, let's get these likes up. You already know. Chin Smoke says you guys winning is very possible. And it wouldn't surprise me if he did win. Okay, so Chin Smoke, you're saying that you guys could beat Earl Spence. Okay, so you're saying, so who are you picking though, Chin Smoke? Excuse me, UGC. Who are you picking? Who are you guys picking? UGC in the chat, smash that like button. They said you guys messed up Spence's big payday. He did. He did. And beating Manny Pacquiao that fucked up Spence's payday. Because remember, Spence was supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao. You guys was a late replacement. Remember, Earl Spence had wind up getting the news from the doctor, about a month before the fight, couple weeks before the fight, and said he got a detached retina or whatever, and was like he needs to get surgery. And so that's when you guys came in. And he wind up, stepping in. And not only did he step in, he stepped over the great Manny Pacquiao. He stepped completely over him. Okay? And they did finally give you guys those close wins that he had not been getting. So I just truly believe that, this is destiny. There's a reason why both of these fighters are fighting each other. Both of these guys, I truly feel like, have been in two completely different paths to get to this point. Earl Spence was always the number one recruitment, the number one top prospect, the prospect of the year. Okay? Mind you, you guys started his career off 14-3 professionally, respectfully though. Yeah, yeah. He didn't always have it like Earl Spence. Facts, big facts. What's going on, Tony Boz? What's happening? Boz. He says, much respect, Corey Lee Boxing, and the chat stopped in to show support and hit the like button. I will have my tickets today. Let's get it. Ready to rumble. Spence by split decision. Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. 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 Wow. So y'all got him winning. So y'all got him. Okay. So y'all got this man winning, man. Y'all got this man. Y'all truly believe that Earl Spence is gonna beat him. But what y'all telling me right now is y'all not too confident because it's a split decision. It's a split decision. You feel me? You guys gotta understand, man. This is a split decision, man. Split decision, man. So I just feel like it's definitely gonna be a tough fight. Chin Smoke says, I'm thinking Spence by split decision. Oh, this is a damn close fight, in my opinion. So you're another person that's saying that the you guys versus Spence fight is gonna be a split decision. You're another one. You're another one. So there's two of y'all out there that's saying that this you guys versus Spence fight is gonna be a split decision. That's two of y'all out there. And y'all watch boxing. Y'all are pretty much in every one of my live streams. So y'all watch boxing. Can I ask y'all this though? Can I ask both of y'all this though? Why are y'all picking Errol Spence by split decision? Why though? Like why though? Like, you know what I mean? Do you guys feel like you guys can't exploit Errol Spence's flaws? Because we all know he has some. He was in a very close fight against Sean Porter. Some would say he was in a close fight against Danny, you know? But that Sean Porter fight and that Danny fight, I mean, hey, those were two tough fights, man. But he came back in that Danny fight, after everything happened, after he flipped the whip and everything like that. He came back and I think he showed a lot of fans why he's at the top. Why people think Errol Spence is the number one welterweight in the entire world of boxing. A lot of people think that. A lot of people think that. A lot of people that's listening to my boxing channel right now think that, and it's gonna watch the replay. You know. But let's talk this boxing, man. Corey Lee boxing back with another banger, baby. You know how I'm talking. UGC Flame says, I pick you guys to win by split decision. I think Spence will try to bully you guys early, but a lot of people sleep on you guys' strength and accurate punching. Spence will take shots like COVID. Whoa, my man, wildin'. But yeah, man, you guys got to understand, man, this is going to be a tough fight, man. I think this is going to be a close fight. I really, truly do. The more I think about it, you guys, you guys took the Manny Pacquiao fight on short notice and beat Manny Pacquiao, a guy that Keith Thurman lost to and got dropped by. Okay? Okay? Stay tuned. Keep up with me. Listen to me. Corey Lee Boxing. This guy, Keith Thurman, got dropped, and lost to Manny Pacquiao. You guys came back and beat Manny Pacquiao on short notice. Okay? Fucked up the whole apple cart. Okay? It was supposed to be Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence, but it didn't happen like that. It didn't happen like that. The Boz in the chat says, me too at Chin Smoke. You guys outpointed Porter, in my opinion. So Earl and you guys should have done fought. Yeah. We're gonna see though. We're gonna see. We're gonna damn sure see. We are definitely gonna see. You ain't gotta worry about that. We're definitely gonna see. But you guys gotta understand, man, a lot of people are saying that, Earl Spence with his eye injury and stuff like that. I mean, how is he gonna fight after this? You know? How is he gonna fight? We seen that he fought Danny Garcia after the whole, you know what I mean? But now he's got an eye joint now. Now his eye messed up. How will he do with his eye being messed up or being fixed? You know what I mean? You guys got to understand, Kell Brook, to me, has never, and I want to put strong emphasis on never, okay? Because I mean this shit. Kell Brook has never been the same since his eye injury. And I'm just speaking facts, man. That's all I'm doing here at Corey Lee Boxing, man. I'm spitting gems and I'm spitting facts. My bad. But Kell Brook has not been the same. And a list of other fighters that's had eye injuries haven't been the same. Dare I say, Abner Mares? Shit, he ain't fought since his eye injury. Facts. Come on, man. Come on, man. Keep up with me, man. I'm moving at a rate that's so fucking fast. Some boxing fans get smoked out just by listening. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's do it. But like I said, man, Errol Spence is a really good fighter. Some of the skills that he has will carry on with him, I feel like forever. So, but Ugas is a good fundamental fighter. He's from the Cuban school of boxing. Cuban fighters, okay? These are just facts. You guys can go check everything I'm saying and look it up for yourself. Cuban fighters, okay, are very, very good fundamental fighters, man. I'm being honest with you guys, man. Straight up. Straight up, man. You know? A lot of fight fans, you guys got to understand the Cuban school of boxing, they put these guys through hell and back, man. The old school Cuban boxing club did. I know that for a fact. So it's like, listen, man, these people train hard as shit. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. And you know, you guys beat Manny Pacquiao on short notice, so that should show y'all how dedicated you guys is. I'm dropping gems all morning, man. This the Wednesday morning. This the Wednesday morning flame stream. How the UGC flame stream? Yeah. This the Corey Lee boxing, you know what I'm saying? Gym channel. I'm dropping gems over here, my bad. But UGC says Porter recently stated Ennis is overrated. Do you agree? Hell no. I think Jerron Ennis has, does deserve some of the clout that he's been getting, but we also got to see him fight somebody, a little bit better than the competition that he's been fighting. But it's fucked up because if the top fighters won't fight him or mention his name, then how is he supposed to fight? You know? How do you feel about it, UGC? Do you feel like Jerron Boots Ennis is overrated? Because I don't. You know. And another thing, you guys should have a shake. Make you guys a shake every day to start your day off, man. I put protein, oatmeal, peanut butter, bananas, berries, strawberries, peanut butter, almond milk, and water. And that's every day. Every day. Nah, no, I look at UGC says Corey stay in the gym. Gym. That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah, you already know, man. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Jerron Ennis is overrated? Because I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest right now. I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think he's overrated. I think Jerron Ennis has earned everything that he's got right now. I think he's a really good, what I'm saying? He's a really good fighter, up and coming contender. And a lot of guys you can tell when a fighter's good. You can tell when a fighter's good because a lot of other fighters stay away from him. If you guys haven't noticed that before, a lot of other guys stay away from him, or they don't really bring up his name as much. They don't bring up his name as much. You know, but I just really truly feel that this guy Jerron Ennis is a good fighter, man. You guys got to understand. He's really good at changing changing his style and adapting to your style and changing on the fly. I've seen him go real hard with the right hand. I've seen him switch it up in the same fight and go a little bit harder with the left hand. So I mean, and he's good with both hands. Some fighters aren't. Some fighters are predominantly left-handed or predominantly right-handed. you know I feel like he's got a good mix. Him and Crawford, Ennis and Crawford. You know, and I'm not saying Errol Spence is not great because he can't use both hands as great as both of these other guys. You know, Earl Spence is great at what he does. You know, he's undefeated still, and he's beating everybody he's put in front of him. UGC Flame says, "Fuck no, he ain't overrated. Funny how Porter disses him after he retired, but wouldn't fight him when he was active." That's a very good point, man. That is a very good point, UGC. That is a very, very good point, bro. Yeah, that's a very good point, man. You know, I mean, let's be honest, man. You know, this guy, you guys got to understand, man. Jerron Ennis is starting to, come up the ranks, man. You know, he's fighting a lot. He's active. You know, a lot of guys for PBC ain't fighting right now. Jerron Boots Ennis is. If you guys haven't noticed that, he's been getting fights, man. He's been staying very active, at least about what, 3 times a year? At least, right? Maybe 4. Um, but guys like Adrian Broner can't get a fight, that we've seen on pay-per-view, that we've seen that can put asses in seats. You know, Adrian Broner might be a fuck up outside of the ring, in some people's eyes. But as far as him being in the ring, um, he still puts asses in seats, you know? And, when you're a prize fighter, you have to be able to sell as well, you know? But yeah, man, they're putting Jerron Ennis on right now, man. They're putting him on, and they're having a lot of people, show love to to Jerron Boots Ennis. A lot of people respect him. I think he's got respectable power. He's beaten some pretty good sound guys. Um, but yeah, man, I will see who's gonna fight next. They're saying right now that Jerron Ennis' promoter reflects um, on his fighters. You guys gotta understand Jerron Boots, has a promoter that's working with him. You know what I mean? That's getting him these fights. But yeah, man, as far as the Errol Spence versus you guys fight, it is definitely going down, you guys. April 6th, excuse me, April 16th at the AT&T Center, Stadium in Texas, you guys. This fight will be in Texas, okay? Where UGC lives at. I mean, dude, are you going to the fight? I mean, it's in your fucking backyard, dude. Are you going to the fight? I mean, come on now, man. It's in your backyard. You know what I'm saying? If it was in my backyard, I'd definitely go to that fight. I think you guys could have a good chance of winning this fight, man. If prepared correctly. If prepared correctly. If prepared correctly, Definitely. Uh UGC says after seeing Keith back, Corey, who do you think wins if Thurman versus Tank fight ever happens? UGC says I think that fight can potentially happen. Tank versus Thurman. Well, we all know that Tank is gonna be fighting Rolly Ramiro next, so that's out of the question for at least, you know, 8 months, 9 months. And I just don't think that fight is right now. I just don't think that fight was talked about. When Thurman was, laid off and wasn't fighting nobody, and shit, if he were to come back and fight Tank as his first fight back, then I could see maybe where, Tank's, being smaller than Thurman could possibly catch him off guard, by fighting a guy like that. But we seen Tank's got real fucking power, bro. Real power. And I don't think a lot of you guys understand the power that Tank Davis possesses. Okay. Keith Thurman is a hard pause, hard fucking puncher. He couldn't stop Barrios. Okay. But he hurt him. Okay. Shit. Barrios hurt Thurman. Okay. Tank Davis never got hurt in the Barrios fight and stopped Barrios. So, when you guys talk about, you know, shit like that, man, I just truly think that, Both fighters are in there, and I just think that Tank Davis is just a better. My personal opinion is, I just think that Tank Davis, is a better fighter at his division than Keith Thurman is a fighter at his division. And is a better fighter in his division. Now that goes because of different fighters and stuff like that, but I just don't see nobody fucking with Tank Davis, man, at them smaller divisions. If he stays under 140, dude, he's good. He's good, man. Now I know a good boxer will give him problems. Like, a Terrence Crawford would give, if we're talking welterweights and we're putting, Tank Davis in there with the welterweight discussion, like, UGC just asked me about him versus Thurman, which has always been a welterweight. And, he's always stated that, he's a natural born welterweight. So we're talking about a natural born welterweight fighting Tank. How does Tank fare with the other welterweights at the division? How does Tank Davis fare with a Errol Spence? How does Tank Davis fare with a Terrence Crawford? My personal opinion is I think those guys might be a little too big for him, man. To be honest, to be completely honest, Tank Davis is, yeah, he's a very, very powerful puncher, but he's a smaller fighter as well too, though, in stature. He's only about, five, what, 5'6", 5'7", what, if that? I mean, shit. This guy Tank is not tall at all, but he makes up for it in his other attributes that he has. He gets real low. He's got good defense, very, very good defense. I've seen some of the slow motion punches that Leo Santa Cruz was just barely missing Tank Davis with, and it was just awesome, man. And that's a very fast fighter. Leo Santa Cruz, for that Gervonta Davis fight, is a very quick and fast fighter. You know, But we would never see a Leo Santa Cruz versus Rolly Romero. I just think Rolly Romero's too big for him. We would never see a who did Tank just fight recently at 140? Barrios. We will probably never see a Barrios versus Leo Santa Cruz. You know what I mean? These guys is You guys gotta understand, Tank Davis is at the smaller division, so he can go from fucking 140, he can go to 135, he could probably go to 130 right now. So he's got three divisions right now that he can go up and down in at any given fucking time, dude. Dangerous. Dangerous, man. And another thing, you know, when you're going up and down divisions like that, like Canelo Alvarez is, that's showing how great you are as well. You know, I truly believe that, man. I truly believe that. So Tank Davis versus Keith Thurman, I think that I would probably get a nod. I don't know. That's a tough fight, man. That's a 50-50 fight. That's a 50-50 fight. Who do you pick, UDC? Who you got if for Thurman and Tank versus where to fight? I mean, the more I think about it, man, that's a 50-50 fight, man. That's a 50-50 fight, bro. I'm sorry, man. That's a 50-50 fight, bro. Tank Davis is no slouch, man. And we seen that. We seen what he did to Barrios. We seen what he can do to guys that are bigger than him, you know? And he can fucking sleep them motherfuckers, to be honest with you. Tank Davis put motherfuckers on notice when he beat Barrios too, man, because Barrios just fought Thurman. And Thurman didn't stop him. Straight up. You know? And I feel like Tank was smaller than Barrios for real. Barrios a big dude, man. To be able that when he was fighting at 140. That's why he beat that other guy before he fought Tank. I think he beat him a lot because of his size. These guys, man, these guys be walking around, man, 160, 170, man. They be making 140, man. That shit crazy, man. That shit crazy, man. You fighting a fucking middleweight, dude. You fighting a motherfucking middleweight. And if you don't know how to protect yourself and you don't know how to take a middleweight punches, and you don't know how to, not middleweight punches, but you don't know how to take a punch that's, coming to you a lot harder than a natural 135, 140-pound fighter, shit, you're going to be in for a long fucking night. And some of these fighters, they understand that in the first 3-4 rounds, man. First shit. Some understand in the first round. So, I want to see the best fight the best. And Keith Thurman is one of the best. He did lose a joint to Manny Pacquiao, but that was a very, very, very close decision. Could have went either way, in my opinion. But Tank Davis is the truth, man. Tank Davis is he's a beast. And I ain't one to be so hard on fighters. Like, yeah, every fighter got flaws, man. I ain't saying no fighter's perfect, bro. Ain't no fighter perfect out here, y'all. But what I will say is Tank Davis the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what you guys talking about in the chat. He says, UGC says, I got Tank hurting Thurman to the body and potentially breaking him down and stopping him. Damn, dude. Hey, could happen. Could happen. Could definitely happen. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. But look, I'm gonna get off here, you guys. I'm gonna go live a little bit later today, and I'm gonna have guests on the show, man. So if you guys want to jump on and shit like that, I'm gonna have a couple people on the live stream. I might go around. I'm not sure yet, but just stay tuned. But I am going live today, you guys. So if you guys are watching this on the replay back, which a lot of you guys do, because I go live so spontaneously. Definitely check out for your notifications and hit your bell icon so you'll get updated when I do go live. But yeah, the next live is gonna be lit, man. We'll have a couple good topics that I want to talk about. Definitely want to talk about the Tyson Fury. Definitely want to talk about some other fights that's coming on out there. Usyk versus Joshua. What's going on with that? And just a slew of other fights, man. So, Tank Davis versus Rolly, and stuff like that. Ryan Garcia just announced he's fighting somebody. We've got some fights coming up this weekend. So, boxing is slowly coming back. January is definitely was slow as shit for boxing fans, but just bear with us, man. We're gonna hold it down doing these live streams and shit like that, man. True boxing fans and true boxing, the media members out here. So salute to all the media members, salute to all the boxing fans out there, man. And this is Corey Lee Boxing, and you definitely, without any equivocations, have been hit with another banger. Peace out, you guys. Much love, man. I'll see you guys on the